Yo, 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 what is good people? This is your boy TP from the Don't Listen podcast. And, your boy been going down the rabbit hole. And not really. I wanted to speak on a few news stories that I saw today. And, let's talk about it. What I have here for you all today is 5 stories. And what I'm going to do, we're going to read it. They're not long. And we're going to dissect each one really quickly and move on to the next. Now, what I will say is I don't know how relevant or important they are to you, but these stories caught my mind, caught my eye, and needs my ire. So check it out. Tell me what you think after we go through them, and let me know in the comments. Okay. Check it out. Involves everybody's favorite guy, Mr. Trump. And I don't know why Democrats are still allowing this guy to be outshining them. It makes no sense. As bad as Trump is as a politician, as bad as he was as a president, is so many things on the policy side that they can come at him for, and they keep allowing him to outshine them. So I've ran into this story. Let me share it for y'all so y'all can see what I'm talking about, because I find it hilarious that this man is just outflanking people that's supposed to have been politicians for years. Okay, Donald Trump rolled back rail safety regulations, and this is Business Insider News if you want to see the article yourself. Okay, Donald Trump, who rolled back rail safety regulations and slashed environmental protections, donates Trump-branded water to East Palestine residents. Now, if you're not aware of what East Palestine is, there was a really bad train derailment there. They did a controlled fire to burn chemicals that was on the train. That didn't work out very well, and it's leaking into the river there, which killed a lot of fish and making people feel sick and everything else. And Donald Trump decided to get on a jet and go down there. Okay, so let's finish. Donald Trump brought in his 2024 presidential campaign to East Palestine, Ohio on Wednesday, nearly 3 weeks after a cataclysmic, now listen to that word, cataclysmic train derailment prompted an environmental disaster in the small town following the release of toxic chemicals. The former president's visit to the northeastern village preempted Transportation Secretary Pete Buttigieg's arrival by 1 day. Okay? And Trump relished every opportunity to castigate his Democratic successor, saying Buttigieg should have already been here, and commanding President Joe Biden to get over here, according to local reports. Okay, that is story number 1. Okay. That is story number one. And whoever is the author of that story is correct. Okay. It shouldn't even been a hesitation on the side of the Dems and the Republicans for that matter. This was a cataclysmic event, good people. And if it is a cataclysmic event, all things that needed to be brought to bear to get these people the help they needed should have been done. You let the guy that everybody loves to hate beat you down there in a presidential election run, might I add, making him look like he care, and y'all couldn't beat that. Speaks again to the ineptitude of these people running our country, okay? You had a guy who had everything to do with gutting the safety regulations that was going to be helping these trains stop faster, be under more control with the electrical brake systems that Obama was supposed to get or pass through so that these trains could be a little more safe for the people involved. And look what they chose to do. Oh, Trump gutted it. Yeah, he gutted it. But when you had power, what did you do about him gutting it? See, this is what they try to do. And for people that's not paying attention, it's Trump's fault. Safety regulations, he gutted them and everything else. Okay. After he gutted them, why, when the Democrats had power, last 2 years, remember, Congress just got changed. The Democrats had the majority. Okay. And the last 2 years, Joe Biden has been president. So why, when Trump gutted it, when Biden got back in, he didn't reinstate it? Answer me that. See, that's where they gotta, you gotta, people, you can't let articles like this or journalists, because they saying it on news, say, hey, it's Donald Trump's fault. Okay. It is his fault for gutting it, right? Because Obama tried to fix something. Okay, Trump come in and he guts it. Why Biden didn't fix it again? He was in that administration under with Barack Obama. So why, when Biden came in, why didn't he switch it back to what it was? I wonder why. And then the Democrats, when there was a union squabble, there was a union squabble with the transportation hubs of America, where the rail workers wanted a change in policy. And the way they wanted some sick days, there's some safety things, more people to help with these trains, because over the last few years, corporations been thinning out the rail workers, giving them less benefits, making them work more, and everything like that. So the union had a fight on their hands. And who came in, stopped it? Who came in, shut it down? Some of these rail workers were advocating for safety, is the reason why they wanted to a new deal with the union and the railroads. But they obfuscate very quickly and say, it's Donald Trump's fault. Yes, it's Donald Trump's fault. You can have both, but it's also the Dems' fault. Because when they got power back, which they did, they could have went and switched it back to the way it was when Barack Obama said he wanted those electric brakes on the train. How many train derailments would it take for them to see that there's a problem there? Because that ain't the only one. It was another one. So let's see what Pete Buttigieg had to say about it, good people, because they would like to let you think that it's Donald Trump's fault for gutting the regulations, safety regulations, and gutting the EPA, which he did that as well. And as much as these people portray themselves to be for the people, they do everything against us, right? Who don't want clean water? So why would you gut the EPA? Republicans did that. Donald Trump did that. Okay, so if you say you there for the people, you down there bringing them bottles of water, why were you gutting all the protections these people had? And all of us had, not this, the people in Palestine. That's all of us. Trump went in, gut the EPA. Trump went in, gut the rail safeties and regulations. Trump did that. Okay, so when Trump did that, when the Dems got control, why didn't it change? Just like Trump came in and changed it, why didn't Biden come in and change it? You see, this is the problem I have. If you say you're for the people or whatever, and then wait till something happens for you to say, oh, it's his fault, then you lose credibility with me. You can't do that because people that's paying attention know better. You had an opportunity to switch it back to the way it was, and you did not do it. And I wonder why. Does it has anything to do with corporations having some say-so and what Congress and the president was doing? I don't know, because it seemed like, yeah, we're going to crush these rail workers and give the company a better deal when it comes to the union deal than the workers. So, I mean, I'm just saying, I might sound a little crazy to some folks, but I'm just saying, if you see the writing on the wall, read the shit. That's all I'm saying. Okay? All right. So let's look at what Pete Buttigieg, this guy, had to say, because I thought it was something I wanted to bring to y'all, you know? Don't let these people fool you, man. Let's see.
Jenny Terra at the Daily Caller News Foundation. What do you have to say to the folks in Ohio, East Palestine, who are suffering right now?
Well, I'd refer you to about a dozen interviews I've given today, and if you'd like to arrange a conversation, be sure to reach out to our press office, but I'm not going to have that conversation with you. Just walk
You don't have a message for them?
I do, and I shared it with the press many times today. I'd refer you to those comments.
Would you mind sharing it with us?
No, I'm going to refer you to the comments that I made to the press because right now I'm taking some personal time and I'm walking down the street.
Are you going down there?
What's that?
Are you going down there at all?
Yeah, I am.
When are you going?
I'll share that when I'm ready.
Okay,
thank
you.
Can I get a photo of you?
Yeah.
Back in 1978,
Look, the 151 car train crash has contaminated at least 1.1 million gallons of water so far.
Jenny Terra at the Daily Caller News Foundation.
Okay, let's watch that again. It's only a minute long.
What do you have to say to the folks in Ohio, East Palestine, who are suffering right now?
Well, I'd refer you to about a dozen interviews I've given today, and if you'd like to arrange a conversation, be sure to reach out to our press office, but I can have that conversation with you. Just walking.
You don't have a message for them?
I do, and I shared it with the press many times today. I'd refer you to those comments.
Would you mind sharing it with us?
No, I'm going to refer you to the comments that I made to the press because right now I'm taking some personal time and I'm walking down the street.
Are you going down there?
What's that?
Are you going down there at all?
Yeah, I am.
When are you going?
I'll share that when I'm ready.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, he'll share when he's ready, when he's going down there. Yeah. I don't know how that's going to work out for some of these Democrats. You know, you know, when you show blatant just blasé attitudes about what's going on in actual people's lives, you know, it's not going to bode well for you. The people that purport to be Democrats, they are seeing what your response is, you know, to this situation. They're not liking it. I've seen a lot of things around. People been talking about this, not mainstream media, of course, but people, citizen journalists, podcasters, all kind of different walks of life other than mainstream media has been covering this with critical responses to the way that the Dems have been handling this situation. You know, you want people to come out to these polls and vote for you, and you walking around the street talking about this is my personal time, and they just asking you a question like, are you going to go see these people? And you like, you know, go talk to my press secretary. I have you right here. Why would I do that? And see, this is the problem I have with these politicians. You're voted in by the people. The people are asking you a very simple question. You could have did that question instead of say, hey, go send that request for an interview to my press secretary. You could have just said, yeah, I'm going down there to make sure those people in Palestine, Ohio are good. The same energy it took for you to say, go see my press secretary, you could have said, yes, I'm getting down there. And they don't get it. They don't get it. They don't get it because they don't care. That's my opinion. That's not a fact. That's my opinion. But then you gonna let Donald Trump beat you going down there, make y'all look even worse than what you are. It's just, you know, I don't know what's up. I really no, I do know what's up. You don't give a fuck. That's what's up. Because if you do, that's not the response you give to a constituent asking you a question about something that's happening. You know, and you know, they act like they don't know. The writing is on the wall. Read it. Look at these people. These are your people governing your lives. People like this. He'd rather get down there to go get his tacos or the Whole Foods to buy his special chickens and everything. Asking a question that he should have a response for. Yes, I will be down there to help those people. And if you don't know, Pete Buttigeg is the transportation secretary. for the United States. So he should have an answer on deck, pre-recorded if it has to be. But for anybody you run into to have that question, you should have a response. Yes, I'm going down there to make sure those people are good. 1.5 million gallons of water contaminated. And they said you people it's safe to go back in your house. What? Fish, dead fish everywhere, animals getting sick and dying. And it's cool for the humans to be there too, right? You know, the distractions they give you, good people. The distractions. Okay, let's get to the next story. We trying to blow through this. Okay. Now, this story here, I thought, I just thought it was something I bring to y'all because of the tensions and the war that's going on with Ukraine and Russia. Russia, in a speech by Vladimir Putin, said no more nuclear hesitancy. We're back in the mix with the nuclear weapons. That's what Putin said today. I don't care about that treaty we got with the United States. Yeah, we're back in the nuclear weapons game. And I thought that was very telling of what's going on. You know, you got these people running around talking about spy balloons of China and, spy balloons. These balloons, they finding out some of these balloons were weather balloons, balloon hobbyists that buy $10 balloons or $100 balloons and they sell them themselves. Millions of dollars spent on shooting these balloons down. What are we doing here? This is the antithesis of a stable government we got here. And I'm about to show you, like, what is going on? Where is the, like, who think it's cool to get involved in a war that could go nuclear? Everything's easy when you're fighting the Afghans. Everything is easy when you fight in Iraq. Right? It's not easy because soldiers die regardless. But what I'm saying is they don't have the potential to fight back like we fought them. But now you want to poke big bears now. You want to poke the biggest of bears, Russia and China. And you want to say that it's their fault that we're at war. You want to say all these different things. I don't know. I don't know if that's the case, because I remember in the beginning, if you've been paying attention, there was supposed to be talks with Russia and Ukraine. And the guy from Britain came in there with the crazy hair. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. And I would like to know, how does England tells Ukraine that you're not having peace talks? How does the United States tell Ukraine you're not having peace talks? I wonder why. Oh, it's a whole lot of money involved, of course, but we're not going to get into that. This is supposed to be a quick hitter, good people, so let's keep it moving. I'm going to share my screen. Okay. Let's share the screen. Okay. Here we go. Why everything won't pop up? I got pop-up blocker on. Okay. Oh, this ain't Google. This is this is Bing. Sorry, good. Okay. Let's see here. What have Russia and China said about peace in Ukraine? China's top diplomat, Wang Yi, held talks with President Vladimir Putin and other senior Russian officials in Moscow this week amid speculation that the two sides would discuss a Chinese plan to bring about peace in Ukraine after almost a year of war. Moscow has denied that Wang and Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov discussed a specific proposal, but both sides said they touched on political ways to end the conflict, with Russia welcoming what is called China's balanced position. Beijing has accused the United States and the West of fanning flames of conflict in Ukraine, but it has refused to explicitly endorse Russia's invasion. Who would endorse an invasion of a sovereign country? You got to be an animal. China has said it will set out its position on how to settle the Ukraine conflict through political means in an upcoming paper, which Russia state media say will be published on the 1-year anniversary of Russia's special military operation. Wang said at last week's Munich Security Conference that the document would reference principles from the United Nations founding charter and take into account territorial integrity, sovereignty, and security concerns. I suggest that everybody starts to think calmly, especially friends in Europe, about what kind of efforts we can make to stop this war, Wang said on Saturday. Chinese President Xi Jinping is expected to deliver a peace speech on February 24th, anniversary of the invasion, although analysis have cast doubt on whether Beijing efforts to act as a peacemaker will go beyond rhetoric. Okay. So let's stop sharing. Okay, well, let's just say this. If China decides to get involved and call for peace talks, which China ain't the only country that call for peace talk. A lot of people don't talk about Africa's response to the peace talks. They don't want nothing to do with the sanctions against Russia. I wonder why, good people. I wonder why. Is everybody vile, racist, authoritarian warmongers that don't agree with the way this war is going down? I mean, if you don't know who the warmongers are as of right now, then something is wrong with you. You're just not paying attention, and you don't know who the aggressors are or have been over the years when it comes to countries being invaded. You know, it's really bad when Russia do it, but it's okay for us to do it. We invaded so many different countries, I cannot keep count. They were sovereign nations. Some of them still getting invaded by us, but other means, not full invasions like Russia is doing. Gotta ask, why do we got so many military bases around the world? Is so we can get to wherever we need to get to and handle a situation whenever we need to do it. It ain't the people, it's our government, okay? So At the end of the day, the warmongering, the stepped up crazy talk from mainstream media about balloons, spy balloons. You got to be kidding me. Why would they lose? Let me ask you this. Why would the Chinese use balloons to spy on us when they got freaking satellites? I'm just saying. I mean, they need to stop playing. People, if your brain don't work and you just listen to what people say, you got to start thinking about other than what mainstream media is giving you, because they are the biggest propagandists and the biggest misinformation dealers in the business. There's some people on the internet that give you better information than these news journals. And that's not just opinion, it's a fact. It's a fact, okay? Because they don't give you the whole truth. They give you what they want you to hear, and it's usually talking points given to them. I'm just saying, I call it how I see it, and it's what it's been. Okay, so China wants to broker a peace deal. Why won't the West let that happen? Why didn't the West allow a peace deal to be made by Ukraine and Russia in the beginning of this damn war? Why didn't it happen? I mean, I know why. But stop listening to these people on these news tell you they fanning the war. The news got something to talk about, people gonna watch it. But they don't want to give you what the real deal is. They give you stuff and make it bigger than what it was, just like Chinese spy balloons, which was some balloon hobbyists, some of them. A big storm came and blew some of the balloons off course. They are balloons. Some of them wasn't moving under their own power. They was just floating with the wind, right? But it seemed like they trying to start some war with China now. Oh, so now we need not just one nuclear power mad at us. Now we need two. We need China mad at us, and we need Russia mad at us. You gonna fight two wars on two nuclear powers? Shouldn't cooler heads prevail? Everybody come to the table when there's nuclear bombs involved? You would think. You would think. I mean, nuclear annihilation is for everybody. I don't think nobody walks away from that unscathed. I know some of these jokers got bunkers they can retreat to, but eventually you're going to have to come out. And maybe that's what they want. They really want to do that great reset. Oh, conspiracy theory. Whoop. Maybe they want to do that great reset, start the world over, because people are waking up and seeing the bullshit that's going on around them. Conspiracy theory. There we go. That might be it, what it is, but I'm just saying. We need to laugh at this point sometime, right, good people? Because if we only bring the craziness to the forefront, you can't just always be sad. You can't always just be mad. It's something I had to learn, because sometimes reading some of these stories, good people, it put my mind in a place that I don't want to be. Make me think and say things that I might not want to say, but some shit need to be said. We living in the information age, good people. And just because you got probably a big computer at home, a laptop, you got your phone in most cases, you could just find stuff whatever it is you're looking for, is be there. If you need information on something, it be there. Do you want to take the time to look for it? If you don't, you come to places like this and get what I give you. That's what I do. And sometimes a little bit too much. Okay. But let's look at something else. So what would be a response to China wanting to have peace talks between Russia and Ukraine? What is the U.S. response? Let's see. Because I thought this was crazy. They already beefing with Russia. Now I think this is crazy. So let me share my screen. Let me share my screen, good people. Okay. This goddamn thing always in the way. Let's see. Here we go. U.S. to bolster its small force on Taiwan in a signal to China. Okay, like, let me ask you this. Why do you keep thinking you need to send a signal to China? What type of signal are you trying to send? The warmonger signal? Yeah, we'll go to war with you. We'll go to war with you. Oh, do you need a war? Yeah, we'll give you war too. Like, what the hell is this? The U.S. is increasing its small contingent of troops in Taiwan to train local forces. Oh, this right here, this is Bloomberg, good people. Okay. American defense officials said, and the latest move of support for the island democracy and willingness to raise the ire of China. Where is this? Taiwan, good people. Okay, we don't have a comment on specific operations, engagements, or training, but I would highlight that our support for and defense relationship with Taiwan remains aligned against the current threat posed by the People's Republic of China. Lieutenant Colonel Marty Miners, a Pentagon spokesman, said in an email. The State Department later offered the same response. The latest development is only likely to add to the strain in U.S.-China relations, which has become frayed in the months since Joe Biden met with Chinese leader Xi Jinping in Indonesia and tried to set ties on a more stable path. Tensions have risen since the U.S. identified and then shot down what it says was a Chinese spy balloon that crossed the U.S. mainland. China denounced the action against what it says was a wayward weather balloon. Okay, and this is a Chinook helicopter, and yeah, they going to Taiwan, good people. They're going to defend Taiwan. Okay, Taiwan, which is a part of China. They have a one China policy where the United States agreed that Taiwan is a part of China. So why are we bolstering up Taiwan's defense? Why are we involved? World domination. Why are we involved? Why do we want to go to war with nuclear powers? Why can't these warmongers come to the table and try to find peace? What is wrong with these fuckers? Don't you know if you press a button, they press a button too? Don't you know that's the end of everything that you hold dear? But maybe they, like I said, they got their bunkers. You see these rich people building bunkers underneath. Like if you see the stuff I've been seeing, I mean, it's reason to be scared, folks. And I ain't trying to scare you, but you need to let these politicians know, like, what the hell is wrong with y'all? I say it. What the hell is wrong with you people? What's the next war you want to start today? No, we're going to start one tomorrow. Okay, you just waited a little bit later, but we're going to start a war nonetheless. What the hell is wrong with these people? War with Russia, war with China means the end of the goddamn world. Both of them are nuclear powers. Get to the table, do what you got to do to get to that table, stop that war in Ukraine. What is going on? We're going to send more stuff to Ukraine, more money, more weapons. So more of their people can die, more Russian people can die. Instead of going to the table, sitting down, and getting to a resolution where all parties, everybody ain't gonna be happy. But at least the killing will stop. At least the people can start rebuilding. What's the destruction over there is immense. And we're going to have to help with that, right? That's what they're saying. We're going to rebuild it. While everything here falls apart, they building nice new shit in other places. Okay, this is war is a racket. Okay, good people. That's what that is to me. And some other shit I could say, but I'm being nice right now. Okay. I don't need to be, but yeah. I think, we being run by some warmongering pigs. Don't matter what side of the aisle you sit on. War is war, good people. And if these people don't understand that the only thing they doing is hurting their own people, I don't think they care about us anyway, in my opinion. But all these wars, when you got total annihilation on the table from all sides, don't make much sense to me. And for as much as people say they are against war, like they beating them damn war drums. And those damn news shows, MSNBC and CNN, acting all crazy beat. I thought he looks very presidential when he say we're going to help them until the end. Okay, the end of what? Everything's blown up. Who's going to help anything when everything is gone? Nobody here to rebuild a damn thing. Can't come out from your bunker for 40, 50, 60 years. People still can't live in Chernobyl. What you want, a Chernobyl and Philly and New York and Los Angeles? That's where you want Chernobyl at? That's what happened. Because you think anybody going to allow themselves to be defeated that's a nuclear power? You got to be freaking kidding me. Press the button, we all die. Plain and simple. And these warmongers will not come to the table and figure some shit out. And it's hard to figure shit out when there's a profit motive, people, and they'll never figure it out. That's just, it's too much money involved. The weapon manufacturers, they out here getting busy. They getting paid, good people. They getting paid, good people. Well, on some lighter news, Joe Biden falls up the stairs of Air Force One while in Europe. I see the video. Why not? Let's see the video. The president stumbled as he was boarding his flight to return to the White House after giving an important speech in Poland. President Joe Biden saved himself from a nasty fall as he was getting on Air Force One to head back to Washington. As the president was heading upstairs onto his jet, he was seen falling up and quickly recovering on Wednesday, February 22nd. Luckily, it was a very brief moment and he seemed completely unfazed by the trip. Well, I would hope so. But let's watch it. See what happened. Oh, there's the little fall. Okay, stop at the top. Okay. Now, just in case, our government didn't know. Just in case they didn't know, good people. They do got big yada nurses out here. They got all kinds of nurses out here, home nurses. They will walk with you, make sure you're good. Sky been falling a lot. Doesn't look nice. And they say 80-year-old Joe Biden want to run for president again. Can't even get up the damn steps. Fell off a bike. Fell off of the steps on another occasion going on the jet. Man, listen, I'm not trying to make fun of our president, but what I'm saying is this guy needs to retire. He did his service for the country. However way you feel about it is how you feel about it, but come on, man. That's the projection you want to the world, is our president falling off of bikes, falling. Yeah, that shows signs of greatness and strength when your president can't walk up the damn steps. All right, that's all I got, good people. I thought those were some stories that I wanted to throw at y'all. Y'all let me know what you think down in the comments. And if you don't mind, like, subscribe, and share the video. Thank you so much for watching. Be safe out here, people, because we are living amongst the warmongers. There's no war that they don't like. Stop playing. Pay attention. Peace. I'm out.